other Sussex clubs are on the rise as well. So Crawley have emerged in the last couple of decades and now fairly established in the Football League. Although I have to admit they're not quite sure on their league position at the moment.
I think they were expected to go down, weren't they? But I think Scott Lindsay's gone in there, and despite sort of having the Wagme owners, I think they're sort of in and around the playoffs. Like we say, it's early days, isn't it? But you know, he seems to have settled them down a little bit and got his style of play in place. But
doing a lot better than I expected they would do. I'll have to say that. And, so they're the other sort of Sussex League side. Apart from that, Bognor Regis where still are always there and thereabouts, and either this level or the level below. And of course, Bognor were Maidstone's last opponents at Bourne Park, which is now all of 12 years ago, or 11 and a half years ago. An afternoon I remember well. But anyway, before we get too far down memory lane, not played each other too often in league matches. But we did meet in the FA Trophy last year, Maidstone going through on that occasion.
I think the last time before that, you have to go all the way back to the right Isthmian South East season, don't you? That first season here at the Gallagher.
I think Worthing had a very good win, 5-1 I think it was. They beat Maidstone, and they're on the attack now. It's Wheeler, edge of the area. Wheeler's going to shoot, should be easy for Coverland. It is easy. He did well to carve a yard of space there for himself, didn't he, Wheeler?
Yeah, he did. Just took it away from Rafe Brown there, managed to get a shot, but Coverland, as you say, was comfortable with that. The ex-Dorking and Tunbridge man Wheeler, of course.
Flicked header, could be a chance here for Wanjau-Smith. He's in, he's one-on-one, and Wanjau-Smith will score! Out of nothing, Maidstone lead 1-0, and Wanjau-Smith immediately goes over to the away supporters behind the goal. It was really well taken finish, that one, by Solomon Wanjau-Smith. Just arguably the most simple Route 1 style goal you could think of, Nigel. He's just sort of flicked it on. Wanjau-Smith's a goal, maybe a yard, and a yard goal side of his man, takes a touch and finishes fairly emphatically. And then the ball comes in short, very close there. Looked like it was a pre-arranged routine. And
that's another thing. They did one from that far side earlier, didn't they?
And Coverland will take the goal kick, taking his time over it here. And George Ellicock would be unhappy about something that was going on in the centre there. Just making his feelings known to the referee. Worthing have won the ball back. And, Worthing on the attack now down the right-hand side. Pearce is going to lay it off to Colburn. Colburn coming forward, tries a crossfield pass. Great ball by Colburn, could be a goal here. And it's actually fairly smart save by Coverland, but Cashman, I think, if he put that either side of him, that would have been the equaliser.
Yeah, just got through Cashman there, just got the jump on there.
As Maidstone attack the Elvis end in this first period, 31 minutes gone, they lead by 1-0. Looking for a second, Kelly will put this one towards the back post, headed up in the air by Fowler, it hasn't come down here, it could be a goal, it's a goal, it's 2-0. And it's very much like it's Levi Amanchi who scored. Worthing unhappy about something, and the Worthing goalkeeper has been shown a yellow card for his protests there. Not sure what they were claiming, whether they thought there was some kind of infringement, but it is 2-0 to Maidstone.
Yeah, good corner coming in there from Connor Kelly, and he was just kind of headed up into the air by the group of players that was there in front of the goalkeeper, whether he was just appealing for, he was impeded there, but
I think it was Fowler that got the header, and it went almost vertically.
Yeah,
didn't it?
and it just sort of hung in the air, and Amanchi was first reacting.
Joe Rye in the centre circle. Plays it wide to Colburn, right-hand side now, playing into the middle. It's well read by Fowler, and Fowler will knock the ball down, looking for, he was looking for Amanchi. And Amanchi's gone down. There's a yellow card been given there by, excuse me, referee showing the number 5, Aaron Racine, a yellow card for, I think, possibly leaving a foot in. He's got to be fairly careful there, because he was taking his time. It could fall for Sol Wanjau-Smith here. Might fall for Reynolds on the edge of the area. Reynolds has got a chance to shoot. He does play it out to Amanchi. Amanchi's at an angle, and Amanchi will find the side netting. And really, Maidstone have wasted a chance there to suspect that Reynolds maybe should have taken that first time. Decides to send it long, looking for Cashman. And in fairness, well, it's well won by Zenelim. It's a great run by Zenelim down the left-hand side. He's done brilliantly there as the left back. He's going to cross it into the area. It might get a corner. It's going to bounce out of play, is it? Yes, it is. So it's a corner to Maidstone. And Chia Zenelim has done absolutely fantastically there. Spun out of a potentially dangerous situation. And the cross couldn't quite find its target, but Maidstone are going to get a corner out of this, which is going to be taken. And so Kelly just waiting for it to calm down a bit in the area there. Maidstone will fancy themselves from a set piece. Ball comes in, goes towards the far side of the area. It's headed down by Fowler, and it could be a third, but it's just gone wide. I think it was Wanjau-Smith.
Yeah, Wanjau-Smith there just couldn't direct his shot as he was falling there on target. Game plan of playing it out from the back.
I mean, they have mixed it up a bit more in this half, haven't they? But then when you see what they, you've got, as you pointed out, Nigel, the height advantage is such that it doesn't really do them any favours doing it. Here come Maidstone on the attack. Could be a chance for Amanchi if he can bring it under control. He does.
Yeah!
What a goal!
Whoa!
What a goal by Levi Amanchi, out of nothing again. Fantastic crossfield ball by Reynolds. Amanchi brings it under control and rifles it in. On the left-hand side, just crept inside the post, and it is 3-0 to Maidstone.
Oh, yeah, what a goal there by Amanchi. The ball initially was put up to Sol Wanjau-Smith, and it kind of just was headed away by the defender, and it fell for Amanchi, but he still had a little bit of work to do to control that ball.
There's a bit of afters taking place. Not entirely sure what it is, but to remember that the Worthing goalkeeper has already been booked here, and I've got a feeling that Wanjau-Smith may be pointing it out to the referee. And I would guess that the Worthing goalkeeper is getting a final warning here about something that has happened.
Way of running as Paxman.
Here he is again, great ball forward by Kelly to Sol Wanjau-Smith. He's got two players in the middle if he can find them. He may not need them. He tries to put a cross in. It's initially blocked by Racine, who clears it as far as Reynolds. And now the sun is out here at Watman Way once again. The temperature rises. And there's another booking. This time it's for Sorondo for Worthing, I would imagine, for something that he said. They lead by 3-0 with an hour gone here. Ball is headed down. It's partially cleared. Lua will pick it up. Lua will try and find his winger, but instead it's been intercepted by Sambo, who surges forward, and Bone just tried to chip it into the path of Reynolds, and Reynolds just sort of putting his hands up and saying, sorry mate, I was offside. So the ball goes out of play for a Worthing throw-in. And now there's a red card. There is a red card here for Sorondo for Worthing. He just must have had a moment of madness there, because he was booked 30 seconds earlier. He's clearly said something again to the referee, and as he's walked off the field there, he has given what might be described as a Latin gesture.
On the edge of imploding here, really. I mean,
well, yeah,
the goalie's already on a yellow card, the captain's on a yellow card, so...
I mean, you're never out of it. 3-0, it sounds like a big margin, but one goal gets you right back in the game. If you've got 11 men on the pitch, here's Lua for Worthing, trying to lay it off inside. Could be a goal here, but it's a great save by Kovalan. Best chance of the match, certainly the clearest chance of the match here. It fell to Robinson, and Robinson has just headed it straight at him, really.
Yeah, just straight at Kovalan.
Out wide to Colburn. Colburn would try and knock it inside for Lua. Lua will play it out wide to Felix. Felix will get a decent cross in. Might break for Robinson. It's another very good save. Diving to his right, Kovalan picks it up. I think it was Robinson. It may in fact have been Wheeler that got the shot off there.
Yeah, I think it was in the eliminator.
Coverland punts it forward, looking for De-Graft. It might fall for Reynolds. Reynolds tries to roast Rye on the far side. He's done really well there as Reynolds. It might fall for Obi in the middle. It's just over the top of his head. Danger has not been cleared though, as here's De-Graft for Maidstone. And De-Graft will knock it out to Reynolds. Might be a chance for an overlap here. There is. Here comes De-Graft into the area. Goes past one challenge, goes past another, shoots, and it's deflected off the back of Rye, I believe it was, over for a corner.
Yeah, good play there by De-Graft, just getting that ball on the overlap, cutting inside. And we said, didn't we, from 20 minutes out, that Worthing were playing like a side that's accepted their fate.
Yeah, damage limitation,
yeah.
I think is the term. Brown heads it forward to Cipriano. Cipriano puts it forward to Kelly. Worthing will get it back. Good bit of play there by Robinson, dropping deep. Nice bit of skill from him, but Worthing have lost out here, and they've won it back again. Class very strong on the ball. And now Maidstone have won it back on the edge of the area. Could be a chance to De-Graft. Nice bit of play from him. Shoots and he scores! 4-0. And it's Razak Coleman De-Graft with a terrific bit of skill there to finish Worthing off. Twisted his defender one way and the next, picked his spot, and the keeper just didn't have the strength in his arm to keep that out.
Yeah, as you say there, Fred, classic De-Graft from what we've seen of his videos before he signed. He likes to power his way into the box there and unleash a shot. He's showed a couple of times since he's been on
for the ball. Chipped forward, this time they do go long. Good ball that one by Racine as far as Wheeler. Wheeler picks it up in the area. And Lua just shows far too much of that to Brown, but it's won back by Aguiar. Maidstone win it back on the edge of the area. And Cipriano will bring it clear. Bit of a risky ball, that one by Cipriano. But there's a foul on Aransibia, I think. I'm not sure which Worthing player it was that may have just sort of infringed him, but I think that's going to be it. And that is the final whistle here. So the final score here at Watman Way, Maidstone United 4, Worthing 0. And that's about as emphatic as it gets.